Hello, my name is Larisa Kesteli Kostjuk and I work as an Ayurvedic therapist and Vedic astrologer in Zagreb. I will talk about Vata Dosha and Vata Food today. What is necessary so we can say that Vata is increased in our body, and how to use food to pacify Vata Dosha and its symptoms. There are three metabolic principles in the body. These are Vata, Pitta, and Kapha in Ayurveda. And a lot of my clients ask, should I use Vata pacifying food or Vata food when I'm looking at an Ayurvedic cookbook, and how to use the food that's explained inside. So if you have a cookbook, then a Vata food is all food that is similar with Vata characteristics, like dry, rough, raw, hard, like salads, raw fruits, smoothies. This is all Vata food. Everything that is rough, like nuts or cookies, popcorn, dry food, and unprocessed food, and raw food. So this is the food that's increasing Vata dosha even more. So if you have a Vata dosha, Vata vridi means high, that's elevated in the body, then these kind of foods will increase it even more. In a manner of speech, you will feel worse. What is Vata? Vata is a metabolic principle in the body. We all have it. That is dry, rough, cold, hard, rough. And Vata in a person, we all have Vata, Pitta, and Kapha. It just depends in which scales we have them, in what combinations. For that you will need an Ayurvedic therapist or a doctor to determine your constitutional type. But Vata people are usually very slim, thin, narrow hips, flat chest, curly hair, dry skin. Everything on the head is very small. Small ears, small eyes, small lips, small nose. A nose can be crooked sometimes, like Jeremy Irons, David Bowie, two different eye colors, heterochromia, or Celine Dion. She has like a bigger nose, small lips. Vata gives that irregularity in the body and on the constitution, which you can see it. These people are like they don't have a lot of muscle structure. They're slim. They cannot gain a lot of weight very fast. They usually lose weight very fast, especially if they are restless and anxious. They forgot to eat. So you can see the bones. The skeleton is small. The shoulders are narrow, like the hips, and they can be a little grayish, grayish skin color, not a lot of pigment in the hair. Okay, I'm a redhead, so I have Pitta, but Vata gives that grayish shade. Eyes are darker usually. They don't have to be, but usually they are smaller, and they are enthusiastic and usually cheerful. Can be artistic. Um, they have a lot of enthusiasm. This is Vata dosha. It's primarily located in the colon and lower back. All pain is Vata, so it depends which dosha she brought with herself, like burning pain is Pitta pain. But every sensation is Vata. So the nervous system, any kind of rhythm in the body, of the heart rate or the speed of your metabolism. So Vata rules all of that, and when you have increased Vata in the body, so you can feel a little bit restless, dry stool or constipation, burping, a lot of air coming out, gases, because Vata is primarily formed from the wind, Vayu or air, and ether. So it's very light. It's very fast. It's the only mobile dosha. So these people have a tendency to move. They cannot sit peacefully in one place. When Vata gets increased, they like that fast pace. And they have a tendency to be restless in the head and physically. They digest a meal one day, and then on the afternoon they cannot digest anything. Some form of an irregularity comes up. So when you have that feeling that you're cold, you're tired, something is wrong, you're nervous, your stool is not regular, you have a lot of air, you feel bloated, this is Vata. So the food which you have to use is oily, warm, cooked, salty, sour, pungent. Root vegetables, meat soups, meat in general, a lot of proteins, eggs, warm dairy products, simple food. Everything has to be cooked and it has to be salty. And you have to add a little bit of ghee or oil because Vata is primarily dry. So to pacify all the Vata symptoms, either you're restless or you're constipated or you're dry, putting oil on the skin before the shower and then taking a warm shower or a warm bath, and taking foods that are salty, oily, sour, pungent, and warm. They have to be cooked. This will help to decrease Vata, and you will feel a lot more calmer, and your metabolism will start working. So do it like 3 days in a row, a week or longer. I would recommend longer. So because Vata gets easily out of balance, and you can put it back in the balance also pretty fast because it's the fastest dosha. When you have that sluggish, on the other hand, that sluggish feeling that you gained a lot of weight and you have a lot of slime in the nose, or you're coughing, coughing slime, you don't have a lot of appetite, you're heavy, and you were eating a lot of dairies and sweets and flour. This can be a good situation to take some Vata food. This is something dry, rough, like you can cook a soup which is not very oily. That is like plain water with vegetables and some skinny meat. So you can use that Vata food like dry, a little raw food, but you have to add some spices, some raw ginger, and drink some ginger tea, which is very warm, to increase the appetite, because Vata is very low, so you have to get it up. So you need that pungent taste. But food can be a little more drier, and you can use some raw fruits, some salads or nuts to increase the Vata dosha. Usually people have a problem with increased Vata, so they need to cook, get calmer, and try to sleep more. When Vata is high, when you are feeling nervous and dry and constipated, you need more sleep. And you need peace and quiet, because Vata is ruling on all the senses. If you're sensitive to noise, don't expose yourself to a lot of loud music, loud conversations, or a lot of people in the room talking at the same time. So try to be in a quiet place where it's warm, where you have some warm tea, and you can sleep more. Okay. Thank you and see you again.